With this rumor of Nintendo re-releasing older Mario games onto the Switch for Mario's 35th anniversary, there has been speculations on several games that will come, but nothing could top Super Mario 3D World. This game has been long overdue for a Switch port, and it's pretty much confirmed at this point. There has been many hints for this game coming to the Switch, and I'm going to cover most, if not all, the hints we have been given. Let's get right into this. We only have one spin-off game with Super Mario 3D World, and that's Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. This game is on the Nintendo 3DS, Wii U, and Nintendo Switch, which brings us to our first hint. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, a spin-off game to Super Mario 3D World, has a port from the Wii U to the Switch. This may mean nothing, but if a spin-off to a game makes it to the Switch, it's almost guaranteed that Super Mario 3D World will get a deluxe port to the Switch. I know this is all rumor, but big game news websites such as Eurogamer, IGN, VentureBeat, VDC, and many other sites have covered that for Mario's 35th year anniversary, we will be getting remasters of 3D Mario adventures from the past. Many of these sites also say that games such as Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and the Galaxy games will be getting a remaster, along with Super Mario 3D World getting a deluxe port. This may just be a rumor, but it's big news as several game news sites are covering this topic. Super Mario Maker 2 is our biggest source of hints for the 3D World port, as it literally has Super Mario 3D World as a game style in the game. Sure, this could have just been so that they had new game style for the game, but they added so many new features such as the Koopa Car, Bull Bill Mask, and the Red PAL Box. Let's not forget that they could have added different new game styles, like Super Mario Bros. 2, or somehow made Super Mario Odyssey into a game style, but they chose Super Mario 3D World. This shows us they haven't given up on 3D World, and maybe hinting at us that we might get a port. If you don't keep up with this topic, you may be confused on what I mean by Best Buy. Well, Twitter user Wario64 found that on the Best Buy website, there is in fact Super Mario 3D World for the Switch on the site with the price of $60. In the past though, Best Buy has done the same thing with games like Metro Prime 4 where they had the price and everything, but the game still hasn't came out. This could mean that 3D World isn't coming to the Switch, but given everything we have covered in today's video, I'd say it's pretty likely. So after everything said today, do I think Super Mario 3D World will make it to the Switch? My answer will have to be yes. We have had so many hints to this port and it's been well overdue for a year now. If you watch to the end, I will want to know what you think. Do you think Super Mario 3D World will come to the Switch and why? I'll read through your responses and try to comment on the best ones. I hope you enjoyed today's little news update video and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Back in March, we got a rumor saying that for Mario's 35th anniversary, we will be getting remakes of Super Mario 64, Sunshine, and the Galaxy games, along with the deluxe port of Super Mario 3D World. It's been exactly 3 months as of the day of making this script, and this has got people thinking, are these remasters still happening? For a few months now, we have gotten a bit of speculation here and there about these games, including the Nintendo Direct leak for July 28th, 2020, where certain sources said that this Direct will appeal especially to Super Mario fans. This was a rumor and all, but us fans were excited, as this could mean we can get the reveals of these games. July 20th came around and we did get a Direct, but not the one we expected. Instead, we were given a Nintendo Direct Mini Partner Showcase. This was a showcase of games being developed by third-party developers, and it didn't include even one first-party title. After we received this, fans have started thinking these rumors won't even happen at all, and that maybe Nintendo doesn't have any other games planned for 2020. So what have we gotten so far in 2020 that's first party? We have gotten Animal Crossing New Horizons, Violet the Midnight Smash Fighter, and Paper Mario the Origami Kid. So far though, that's all we've gotten, and that's what is defined as a pretty quiet year for Nintendo. Nintendo usually would announce their holiday title around E3 time, but since E3 didn't happen because of COVID, Nintendo never got to make that big announcement. If these remasters weren't happening, then we probably would have gotten at least an announcement by now, as that would give Nintendo time to finish the game. These remasters are rumored to basically just be ports, just fixed up a bit, and 3D World will just be ported as it is already a Wii U title that runs really smooth. So do I think these remasters will still happen? I'm going to say yes still, because there is still a huge chance of them happening, as Nintendo doesn't have any games planned for the rest of the year. With the Mario Lego sets, Monopoly, and Jenga coming out tomorrow, I'd be surprised if Nintendo doesn't reveal something about Mario's 35th anniversary soon. What do you think of these rumors? Do you think they will happen still? Let me know in the comments and please leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Before we go, I just want to let you guys know, these kind of videos that aren't too hard to make will probably be what I release for the time being, as I have that huge video in the making. If you guys have any topics you want me to cover or something you want me to make a video on, please let me know. I want you guys to be involved with the channel as much as I am. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. So before I start the video, I just want to let you know, this is going to be unscripted as I want to get this out as soon as possible. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I apologize if there's any ranting, and let's just get into this. So there's been a lot of word about a Nintendo Direct happening this Friday. Lots of leakers have covered this, and including Jeff Grubb of VentureBeat. He is one of the most credible, most reliable sources that we have, and he's been saying that we're going to get a Direct of some kind, most likely a General Direct. I do believe this myself, as it's been almost a year since the last Direct, and everyone's been covering that there's going to be a Direct, but I don't think many people, I'm sure there is a lot of people, but I'm pretty sure not many people have covered what might be featured in this Direct. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over what I think will be featured in this Direct based off of like past rumors, leaks, and everything. This is going to probably be the final speculation video I ever make, as this could be the end of the era of the 3D remasters. So let's get into this. Let me know what you guys think is going to happen, and if you guys think this Direct is actually going to happen or not, as it's debatable at this point. Like, we're getting so many leaks about it, and I feel like it's going to happen. It's been almost a year. September 4th was the last one. So let me know in the comments, and let's go over the first thing. So the first thing I feel like is going to get shown is going to be something about Pikmin 3 Deluxe. This game has been released, like there's been a trailer for it, and we're going to be getting it October 30th. What I feel like they're going to do is they're going to release some multiplayer gameplay of it, just to show how it's going to work and get us hyped for it. Like, I don't know if I'm going to buy this game or not, but it seems like it might be a fun game to play with a few friends. I feel like that this is going to be the first thing they show, just so that they don't give us the big things right away, because they want to save those for the end probably. But Pikmin 3 Deluxe is probably going to be the first thing revealed or shown in this Direct. It could be in the middle, but I know that they're probably going to release something about Pikmin 3 Deluxe. So what I think they're going to release in this Direct, I don't know what order this is going to go in. I just know that Pikmin 3 will probably be the first thing that gets shown, just to get that out of the way. But I feel like they're going to release something about Metroid Prime 4. They're going to give us either an update or another trailer or something, just giving us info about the development of the game. Because it's been about 2 years since they've released any info about it, and people are starting to lose faith in this game. We're probably going to get this because it's been long overdue, and the Metroid fans are really looking forward to this game. So I feel like they're going to release something about it, a trailer, an update, something like that. If they don't say anything about this game, it's probably going to be about the Metroid Prime Trilogy game that might happen. That's for another video. But I feel like there's going to be something Metroid Prime related in this Direct, so that we know something about this. So the next two are going to be back to back, since they're in the same franchise. I feel like that they're going to release something about Breath of the Wild 2 and the Skyward Sword remake that's been leaked and was on, I'm pretty sure, Amazon UK showed this game. I'll try playing something over here to show you guys. I don't have any promises, but there's been a leaked leaked game for Skyward Sword from that was on the Wii. I've never played this game, so it'd be interesting to see if they release anything about this. It could have just been a mistake, but I feel like they're gonna say something about at least Breath of the Wild 2, because we're expecting that. We got a teaser of that back in E3 2018, I want to say. It's probably 2019 or something. But we did get a teaser for this. We're expecting it. It's probably going to have an update or another trailer. So stay tuned for if this Direct happens. So I feel like when Nintendo's going to release this more info about Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC. They released, I think, one of the DLC parts of the bundle, and I feel like there's going to be one more. They're going to probably release some information about this,
so that, and it's probably going to release in 2021. They're probably going to release information about this so that people will be hyped that have the game, and maybe people that have the game but not the DLC will maybe want to buy it. So I feel like they're going to say something about this. It's possible that they don't, because they could wait until like another time, but I feel like there is going to be something Pokemon Sword and Shield related in this, as this was a big game released last year. So I don't know if this is going to happen or not, but if it does, then I guess good for me, because I got something right. So they're probably going to do a Smash Bros. Reveal in this, as it is a direct, and they usually do these in like the bigger directs, unless it's like how it was back in March. But they usually do one of these in directs, and I feel like they're going to do this. I don't know who it's going to be. I hope it's like Steve or someone like that, as that would be cool. But I feel like there's most likely going to be a Smash Bros. Reveal in this direct. It's probably the most likely thing. If this direct happens, well, when it happens, the Smash Bros. Reveal is probably going to be the most likely thing. So I feel like one of the last things they're going to reveal, just to pick up the hype of this, is they're going to do something, mention something about the 3D remasters. These have been rumored since March, and it's most likely going to happen now. It's been about 5 months since we've heard about this, and we're getting into the holiday season. They don't have any holiday games planned, so these remasters is what's going to save their 2020. I feel like that they're going to release information about this in this direct. It's most likely that these are going to happen. I have faith in these remasters, and if they happen, I will be the happiest man alive. So about these remasters, what I feel like they're going to do is, I feel like it's going to be the 3 games, well 4 actually, 64, Sunshine, Galaxy, and Galaxy 2 are going to be one pack. I hope they remade 64 with HD graphics and stuff like that, as that is definitely in need, or at least updated the camera and made it a little bit better quality. And Sunshine's going to be a little cleaned up a bit, and Galaxy games are probably going to be in HD, but just better camera. It wasn't too bad for the camera, but I feel like they're going to do that. They're going to update the camera on all these and make them HD probably. And 3D World Deluxe is going to be a direct port, as it is supposed to be, and they're probably going to have like a new character. I hope they have 3D land levels in there, as that would be amazing to play these levels in HD and a multiplayer. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. This is the end of the video. This one is probably the longest video I've had yet, and I wasn't planning on making this video, as this came out of the blues, and I just wanted to get on this topic. This wasn't supposed to be the video for this week. I'll probably release another one this week, and I'm just going to tell you guys it's going to be a top 10 of some sort. So stay tuned if I do release it this week. But let me know what you guys think about this possible direct. If it does happen, you know what? If there is a Nintendo Direct on Friday, a general direct, not a partner showcase, not a direct mini, a general Nintendo Direct, like back in September of 2019, I will face reveal. I'll do it in a future video after the direct. I won't do it during the direct reaction, but I'll do a face reveal in a future video. So let me know if you guys think this direct is going to happen, and let's hope it does. It's up to Nintendo on if I face reveal yet or not. So I'll see you guys later. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you want to see next, and I'll see you guys later. 2020 has been a really hard year as a Nintendo fan, such as myself. So basically, today we got an announcement of some sort, but it wasn't one that me in particular, but most other people wanted. It was a Nintendo Direct partner showcase. Oh, I forgot the mini in there. And this is going to be a bit of a controversial kind of video, because not a lot of people hate these. There is a decent number of people that do. Me, myself, I personally don't mind them, but there's a lot of things Nintendo could do to fix up this, and how they can make it better so that the reputation of these third-party developers isn't ruined. So I'm going to go over that in this video. Let's just get into this. So this week we're supposed to get a Nintendo Direct on August 28th or this Friday. But with this partner showcase coming out today, or Wednesday as of the day of this recording, it doesn't look like that it's going to happen anymore, because usually we won't get 2 Directs in 1 week. Although the Nintendo Direct mini partner showcases aren't really Directs, as they're kind of their own thing, as usually Directs are made up of indie games, first party and third party games. So it's kind of an iffy on if we can get this, but personally I don't think we're going to get this week. I feel like that if we're going to get a Direct, it's going to probably be next week at the earliest, and probably 2021 at the latest. So a Nintendo Direct probably won't happen this week, as we've got it leaked, and that's kind of unfortunate because a lot of people were expecting a Nintendo, like a general Nintendo Direct this week, and we didn't get that. Instead, we got another partner showcase. Same thing happened back in July. We have gotten a lot of leaks about a Nintendo Direct General Direct with first-party games such as the 3D remasters, possibly like Breath of the Wild 2 updates, maybe Metroid Prime 4 updates, and along with a Smash reveal. But that didn't happen because instead, July 20th came around and we got we got the first partner showcase. Honestly, Nintendo shouldn't market these as Nintendo Direct mini partner showcases, as it doesn't really fit the Nintendo Direct name. Nintendo Directs, as I said before, are first party, third party, and indie games all in one presentation, and this is just third party games, no indie games, no first party. So honestly, what they should have done is just called these Nintendo partner presentation or just Nintendo partner showcase, to let people know that this is not a Direct and not to expect anything, because whenever someone hears the word Direct, they think Smash reveal or they think new first party game. 2020 has been dead with these, so it's kind of been a hard year for me and a lot of others for Nintendo fans, as 2020 has had a lot of bad things such as COVID, which has really ruined development for Nintendo, and which is why we're not getting any updates. And with Pikmin 3 Deluxe being the only game we can look forward to this year, it's going to be a really rough start of 2021 for Nintendo if they don't have any other games planned, as Microsoft and Sony both have their consoles, the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. If we don't get anything soon, Nintendo could be kind of like screwed for 2021. They will lose probably a bunch of money, as first of all, this year we have had a lack of Switch production, and alongside that we haven't gotten any new releases pretty much. We've gotten a Paper Mario game and a Switch or a Wii U port, and the Wii U port is what looks like it's going to be our holiday game this year. There's nothing against it, as Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was pretty much the holiday game back in 2017, but Pikmin 3 isn't as big as Mario Kart, and if this is the way Nintendo's going to go this year, it's not looking too good for them. And I just want to apologize to all of you for giving false hype for these remasters, for these Directs, as I have myself mentioned these before, and I've given you guys false hope. I still believe that the remasters are going to happen, but what I'm going to do is I'm probably not going to make any more speculation videos for the rest of 2020, and more script-based, kind of like top 10s and kind of like the retrospective kind of videos. Those are going to be what I'm going to focus on. So I deeply apologize to you guys that watch my videos. I deeply apologize for giving you guys false hope. Anyone else who makes these speculations, I doubt many of them are going to make these like apologies, but me and I think Nintendo Land have done this, so I apologize, guys. I don't think the face reveal is going to happen because this Direct isn't going to happen, I don't feel. And all I could say is the best thing that we could do is wait. Wait for Nintendo to finally announce something. It's kind of their fault for all of this nonsense this year about no games and like all these leaks. But it's also the leakers thing. Like, they get paid for leaking, and sometimes they're wrong. And I feel like a lot of leakers, I'm not gonna name any, but I feel like a lot of leakers do like fake leaks just to get a lot of money. Like, there's several, and there's a bunch of YouTubers out there that use these leaks for views. I am not gonna call anyone out because there are some good YouTubers out there, such as like Switch Stop and Nintendo Land, and I think Switch Force even. They kind of use they kind of go in more in depth with these kind of rumors that we get. Not saying that they're 100% legit, but that there's a good chance of it happening. And like as I said about Nintendo Land, he said that he's not going to do any more of these speculation videos for this year, and I'm going to go along with that, and I'm not going to do any more speculation videos this year. So I apologize to all of you that have gotten false hope from me. And the Nintendo Direct partner showcases, they can get better if if Nintendo were to release a normal Direct and then these partner showcases afterwards. They release some first party indie game stuff in a normal Direct, and then we get a partner showcase like the day or a week after to like build up hype for third party games, and so that we have hype for first party games. Because if you look at these Nintendo Direct partner showcases, they have not gotten a good reputation. This is all because of Nintendo, and if I were a third party developer right now, I wouldn't want to have Nintendo release like trailers for my game, as it will ruin the reputation of the game. I'm not saying all the games are bad. As me and myself, I think it's a pretty neat idea, and it's a pretty good idea to get third party like input in there, like get third party stuff in there. But having it in a partner showcase and not a normal Direct is gonna ruin reputation for a bunch of these developers. So this is kind of a rant. I apologize, and this is all I had to say for this one. I hope you guys understand that I don't want to use like the 3D. I'm not gonna probably talk about the 3D remasters until they are announced and until they come out, because I don't want to build more false hope for you guys. So don't expect more remaster kind of videos. And I'm only going to cover stuff that we know of, which is going to be hard for a while until Nintendo releases something. The only thing I have to talk about is Pikmin 3 Deluxe, and I probably won't do that. But this is going to be it for this video. I apologize again, and I hope you guys enjoy this one. Please let me know what you want to see, and we're going to get normal videos coming really soon. This is Christendo. I'm signing out, and I'll see you guys later. So for about half a year now, we have been getting rumors and speculating about the 3D remasters. Today, as of September 3rd, 2020, we have gotten these announced. So what I'm going to be doing is going over what we could be getting for DLC. If these games get DLC, what can we expect? I am Christendo, and let's get into this. To start things off, what do we get in this pack? We are given Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy. Super Mario Galaxy 2 was not included in this, and I will explain why I think it wasn't included later on. Super Mario 3D World didn't get the deluxe treatment, but instead it is just called Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. I don't know what Bowser's Fury is yet. I'm going to guess it's like a challenge mode. We'll explain that in another video, but for now we're just going to go over what I think is going to be DLC, what we could expect, if these games have DLC anyways. But these are just going to be my opinions. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know if you agree or disagree, because I want to see what your guys' opinions and views on this is as well. So I'm going to start with the 3D All-Star Collection. What we might get as DLC win, what I think is going to be most likely, is Super Mario Galaxy 2 ported over as DLC. It's going to be paid DLC, probably like 20 bucks, so that you can have the whole game ported over, maybe a few extra missions in there. This would be really cool in my opinion, as it would bring all the 3D games pretty much over to the Switch. And I feel like more like other DLC that we can get is possible multiplayer, not just the lazy multiplayer that we got in like Odyssey or Galaxy. No, I'm talking about like full-on co-op play. This would be a really cool addition. We could get 4 people at the most. I'm going to probably say 2 people for like these games. I think that would be really cool. One last DLC I feel like that would be in this pack would be Super Mario 64 DS levels. This would be pretty cool in my opinion, as we would get the full collection of the 64, as this game added a few other levels that are smaller, but they're still kind of worth getting on the Switch. I'd say that the price would be either $4.99 at the most and $2.99 at the least. as these won't be as big as, let's say, Super Mario Galaxy 2 being completely ported over. So I'm going to say that's going to be like the price for these. But other than that, I don't think we'll get much for DLC. We could get like an expansion on Sunshine. I don't think that would be possible though, because this game is already pretty big. But maybe we'll get like the other islands, like get smaller missions on those other islands around Island Alfino. That'd be pretty cool in my opinion. But let's get into Super Mario 3D World. So Super Mario 3D World probably has more opportunity to have DLC than the remasters themselves. So what I feel like, what I would want most is Super Mario 3D Land being ported over to the Switch and being able to be played with every character from Super Mario 3D World. I think this would be pretty cool. I don't know what you guys think, but I think this would be pretty cool, and that would finish off the 3D Remaster Collection. As if we have Galaxy 2 on the Remasters Collection themselves and 3D Land with 3D World, that would completely finish off all 5 of the games. And we already have Odyssey on the Switch, so we would get every 3D game, every 3D Mario game on the Switch. And what else we could get is just like more levels, maybe Odyssey themed levels, or maybe a throwback kind of level world. That'd be pretty cool. And we could probably get more characters. We could probably expect more characters as time's rolling out, because right now we don't really know much. All we know is it's the main game, and then we're gonna get the other Bowser's Fury thing. That could be other DLC. I'm gonna explain that later, but we can expect new characters. I'm gonna guess Yoshi's gonna be the most likely though. Maybe we'll get Toadette. I don't know what Toadette's ability would be, but I feel that we'd get Yoshi as like an easy mode with like his flutter jump and stuff like that. And maybe we'll get Nabbit. Nabbit seems like he's gonna probably show up in more games now. And he's like the easiest mode. He won't get affected by enemies. And that'd be interesting to see in the 3D platformer. But remember, these are just my opinions. And one more thing, I want to go over Bowser's Fury, what I feel like might happen if that gets DLC. If it is open world, which it looks like it might be. It looks like it's either open world or it's like a bunch of levels and it's a harder version of 3D World. But I'm going to stick with my open world theory for now. But if that's an open world, maybe we can get an expansion pack, kind of like we did with Breath of the Wild. It would be like we get more area to explore, more platforming that we'll be able to do, as it does look like it's a Legend of Zelda kind of based, Breath of the Wild based adventure. And if that happens, that'd be pretty cool. But remember, this is all my opinion. Let me know what your guys is in the comments below. That's it for this video. I know this one was a little shorter and a little sloppy. I wanted to get this one out as I'm going to be out of town this weekend, and I want this uploaded for you guys to be able to watch. But that's going to be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what your guys' opinions are on this, and I'll see you guys later.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the ultimate fighting game, as it has icons from all over the gaming universe. In the game, there are over 80 characters and 100 stages. So which stages are the best of the best? Well, today, we'll be going over the top 10 stages in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Before we start, I just want to mention, just like any other one of these types of videos, this is all just my opinion. It's okay if you agree or disagree with my options, as these are just my perspective. Please let me know which stages you like most in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as well, as I like to see what your guys' opinions are as well. Enough has been said, let's get into number 10. In 2017, Nintendo released what defines a perfect 3D platformer. Camera controlled amazingly, bosses were unique, and the kingdoms were especially the highlight of the game for me. If you don't know what game I'm talking about, I'm speaking of Super Mario Odyssey. This game's representative starts their top 10 with New Donk City Hall. As a part of the best kingdom in Odyssey, it really did its job being an amazing stage. In this stage, you go around the New Donk City Hall, stopping at locations where you can battle on the building itself. Visually, this stage is stunning, the music is amazing, and the stage itself is pretty solid. At some parts of the stage, it can get pretty hectic, as there is sometimes a little ground to stand on. This is one of the reasons why this is so high on the list, but overall, this definitely deserves a spot on the top 10. One of our 2 Pokemon stages make an appearance, and that would be Prism Tower. Just like New Donk City Hall, this stage is beautiful. It has nice scenery and is overall pretty stage. The reason why this one is over New Donk City Hall is because it has more ground, making it easier for you to fight on. Even with this stage moving you all over Prism Tower, it still does a good job making sure it's still fun to fight on. Overall, the stage is gorgeous and is pretty decent to fight on, giving it the number 9 spot. This top 10 has a Kirby rep, and in the number 8 spot is Fountain of Dreams. This stage feels like Battlefield, but stands out at the same time. The stage is made out of what seems to be water on the ground and gives fighters a nice reflection. Just a little detail, but it's pretty cool in my opinion. We also have that amazing song Gourmet Race playing in the background, and you can't tell me that song is not catchy. This stage is stationary, so you will not have to worry about it switching terrain or moving around like the last two. The stage is awesome, but why is it so high on the list? I just feel like that Battlefield does a better job at being a default stage. This stage tries to be like Battlefield in different ways, but it just can't be Battlefield. I love this stage though, and I will definitely be down to play it at any time. On Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS, we were given Rainbow Road from Mario Kart 7. Unfortunately though, we didn't get that track as the stage, but what we did get was Mario Circuit, and this track takes the number 7 spot. You probably are wondering, why did I place this one lower than the other two that move? Well, honestly, I don't know why, but it's probably because I have more memories with Mario Kart than the games the other two originated from. This stage has amazing jazz that Mario Kart 8 is known for having, and it's the closest thing that we will get to a Super Mario 3D World stage in this game, not including 3D Land. This stage brings you all around Mario Circuit. As you fight, you get to avoid racers on the track, which can be annoying, but I don't find it too bad if I'm playing Smash Bros. Casually. You also get to fight on the track, which is always fun, and the scenery is great in this too. This track really does bring me back to the time when I played all the tracks in one stream, and that was a fun time. The stage has been all over the place in this top 10, but I feel that spot 6 is a good spot for it. I hate to admit it, but there is a decent Fire Emblem stage, and that would be Castle Siege. This stage takes you from the outside of the castle to the inside, then to some hellhole that I'm gonna guess is a battle arena in Fire Emblem. I don't know though because I've never played any other games. Even though I have a distaste for all the Fire Emblem characters, except Mario, TK, and Melee, and that's the only reason why, this stage has a pretty unique art style that I like. The scenery in the background looks like there's an attack going on at the castle. There are fireballs in the background, but they don't come into the battle, so you won't have to worry about them ruining your combos or whatever. In the stage, there is 3 areas you travel to. The outside of the castle, which I've already talked about, a room with statues you could destroy, hey there's nothing wrong with destroying something in Fire Emblem, and that one hellhole that has a lava bowl and looks pretty neat. Why is the stage not lower on the list? Well, it's because it's not the best looking stage, but I don't have anything against it. Here's a stage that's been in every Smash Bros. Game. Starting our top 5 is Battlefield. Some people would consider this one pretty boring, as it is just one platform with 3 smaller ones on it. There's nothing special about it. That's what makes this stage so good. The stage is so simple yet played so often because it's good for competitive fights. Sure, the platforms can be annoying at times if you're trying to combo, and I get that. But for this stage being so simple and fun to battle or train on, I think it deserves the number 5 spot. Here's our final Pokemon stage, and this one was a tough one between Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Stadium 2. But I feel Pokemon Stadium 2 was a little more enjoyable than the original. In this stage, you battle on 4 different Pokemon styled arenas: ground, lightning, ice, and air. The only one I find mildly annoying would be the ice phase, as it makes the ground a little bit slippery and kind of kills the flow of the battle, but it's easy to get used to if you play it enough. I chose this one over the original because the rock formation in the original one feels a little cramped, and I think the additional Pokemon in the background in the second one is a pretty cool touch. Depending on your reference, these two could be changed, but I just like 2 a little bit more. In my opinion, this next one is probably the best DLC stage. This one is the one that came with Min. Taking the number 3 spot is Spring Stadium. I picked this one for a few reasons. 1, the music from ARMS is absolutely amazing, and having it with the stage makes it even better. 2, having those bounce pads on the stage makes for some unique gameplay, and unique perks of stages make them more exciting to play. Finally, the stage itself is just fun to play on. I find myself coming back to this stage pretty often just because it's fun to play. This stage is good for both casual and competitive players, which makes this so low on the list. This one I probably have played the most, because it's the stage that pretty much defines what Smash Bros. Is. I'm talking about Final Destination. In all the Smash Bros. Games I've played, I probably come to this one the most because it's good for training and competitive play. This stage makes you feel like you are taking on a final boss. The music in the dark background even adds to the effect. The reason why I chose this as number 2 is because this stage has kind of grown on me. If you play a stage so many times, you kind of grow a bias towards it compared to the other ones. This one is another basic-ish one, and that's what makes it great. It really does feel like a final battle to Smash Bros. Usually, I'm not too fond of larger stages, but this next one definitely is an exception. The best stage in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has to be Temple. The architecture of the stage is well made, the stage is really beautiful and definitely a perfect stage if you're playing with friends. This stage is probably the largest the Smash Bros. Stage should get, and it even has areas to play if you are a more competitive player. This stage has been brought in every Smash Bros. Game ever since Melee for a reason, because it's such a great stage. So what did you think of my list? Is there any you would move around or change? Please let me know in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please let me know what you guys want to see next. I'm Christendo, and I will see you in the next one. Before we start the video, I just want to let you guys know, this was all scripted before the 3D All-Stars came out. So if some of these opinions are outdated, we apologize about this. Now let's get into the main video. With the release of the 3D All-Stars just around the corner, we have some discussing to do. These are both exciting and concerning on Nintendo's end, as they are 3 of Mario's best 3D adventures, but there's some things that are holding them back. I'm Christendo, and I'm joined with Fultrex, known for Roblox commentary videos, and we are going to be going over our thoughts on the 3D remasters. Before we start the video, I want to let you guys know this is a controversial video. If you don't agree with my opinions, that's completely fine. Let's try not to start any fights in the comments. I love Mario, it's basically my favorite gaming franchise of all time, and I'm excited for these. And also remember, these were released before the 3D All-Stars, the gameplay in the background is going to be my gameplay from it, but all has been said, let's get into our first point.
The price of the game isn't horrible, but it could be better. Just look at the Crash and Spyro trilogies. They had all 3 classic games, remastered, in Full HD, widescreen, and for only $40. Compare that to All Stars. You get 3 great Mario games, but that's it. You don't get any of the bonuses or the polish. I think it would be fair to charge this for around $40 compared to the usual $60.
Honestly, I have some mixed feelings about this. If we look at the Crash and Spyro trilogies that are remastered, they are in HD, widescreen, and remade from the ground up at the price of $40. But what we get from this pack is 3 great 3D Mario games, slightly enhanced graphics and gameplay tweaks, but other than that, not much. And that's at a price of $60. Honestly, this price could have been $40 and it would have been perfectly fine. But they decided to go with what they usually do, make it $60. But like I said, I have mixed opinions about this, and I'll explain that. So I already went over pretty much why I disagree with this, because we look at the Spyro and Crash trilogies, we went over that already. But why I do agree with this is because the original games themselves aren't cheap. If we look at Mario Sunshine for an example, that's like $100 on Amazon or eBay. And then if you don't have the consoles, you can't play those games, so you had to buy more money. So this is a way for newer fans that want to play these older games to be able to play them. But if you do have the consoles, I understand where you're coming from, and I do agree. This is pretty stupid, but I do agree and disagree with this. This next one, I cannot defend Nintendo at all on it. It's a really stupid move on their end. So basically, if you didn't watch the Direct, this game is on a limited time sale. It's available until March 31st, and after that, you can't buy a physical or digital copy. I understand with physical copy that they wouldn't do that, but digital, that makes no sense unless Nintendo has something planned in the future for these games, which they might. That's the only scenario that I could think of. But other than that, there's no way that Nintendo can really back themselves up for this, and I think this is really stupid. They should have just done what they do with every other game and made it available forever pretty much. I mean, discontinue it eventually, but have it last forever. This does kind of remind me of the Disney Vault, if you guys know what that is, and that's not a good thing, especially for a gaming company as big as Nintendo.
This is my least favorite part. I think that especially in, not gonna say it, so you don't get demonetized for the future, but you know what, times, it's just harder for people to come by money. People are getting laid off of their jobs, and in general are struggling financially. So, I feel like this is just a slap in the face to those people. I also think this whole artificial scarcity tactic from Nintendo here is very anti-consumer. It reminds me of the Disney Vault, if you're familiar with what that is. Knowing Nintendo, I highly doubt DLC is coming. It seems like the only mainline games that they have released DLC for games like Smash and Mario Kart. They haven't done any yet for a full-on Mario game, so I doubt it happening. However, if it does, it'd obviously be Galaxy to us. By far that's the most requested game to the collection and biggest one that they missed out on. I could see them also adding Super Mario 64 DS to as a bonus or just things like that.
So as some of you know, I made a video about this already, but I will do a little overview of what I said. So basically, what I think would be DLC if Nintendo chooses to do it, not saying they will, but if they choose to, obviously Super Mario Galaxy 2 will be the main one, as it's the most requested, and they completely forgot about it, or at least that's what we think. If that isn't DLC, if they do DLC, then I think the next runner-up would have to be Super Mario 64 DS, at least just the levels. I don't think the characters would come, but they'll maybe import the levels as extra DLC for Super Mario 64, so that we have more things to do. But other than that, I don't think any other DLC is likely. Maybe Super Mario 3D Land, but I feel like that's more of a Super Mario 3D World DLC. These are definitely glorified ports. If you don't agree with that, then I guess you've never played any of these games before. But those of you that have, including myself, we know that these are glorified ports. It's pretty lazy. At least what they could have done is made 64 in 1080p and widescreen. That would have made things a lot better. But overall, it's kind of good for the nostalgia. But other than that, I don't see any reason why it would be considered good quality for an all-star pack. It kind of is a disgrace to the all-star pack. I mean, if we look at the original, all the 4 original games, 5 if Super Mario 3D World's in that collection, all those games are remade from the ground up with new graphics and new music. These are literally just ports. It's kind of sad. It's kind of hard for me to say this because I love Mario and all, but it's kind of lazy. It's really lazy, in fact.
They are definitely glorified ports. Like I said previously with the price point, it's basically just 1 ROM and 2 ISOs on a cartridge. I personally can't justify the price, as emulating them gets much better quality. However, I'm buying it due to the limited amount and the possibility of it being valuable, as well as me being a collector. But yeah, this collection is so lazy port-wise. They couldn't even bother to put Super Mario 64 in widescreen. Like, are you serious? It's inconsistent to seeing as how the other games are in widescreen. I just don't think this is worthy of the All-Stars name, as looking back on the original SNES All-Stars, they fully remade the games with better graphics, and had 4. Here, they have 3, and are just copy-pastes. The only benefit is the convenience of doing it on your Switch.
I would obviously have made these games from the ground up, completely restarted them, made them new, make them have a nostalgic feeling to them, but make them feel like new games at the same time. But if I had to work with what we were given, I would make it so that Super Mario 64 is in 1080p and widescreen, as it makes no sense that it's not. It should have been, as the other 2 were. It kind of makes sense because, I mean, 64 looks way different than the others, but it's kind of lazy on Nintendo's end that they didn't do this. And I would definitely add Super Mario Galaxy 2 to this, as that would definitely make this port worth the money. And then on top of that, I would make the GameCube controller work properly with Super Mario Sunshine. I don't understand why it doesn't work the same as it does on the GameCube, but from what I've heard, it doesn't work the same, and it's kind of stupid. It's kind of weird why it doesn't, but that's what I would change. And yeah.
For things I would change, I would do the work to make Super Mario 64 widescreen and to be able to upscale to 1080p, since I'm pretty sure it's only scales up to 720p as is currently. I would also add Super Mario Galaxy 2 and Super Mario 64 DS, as I feel like these are both worthy inclusions that could justify the price more. Finally, I would remove the limited time limit, as it's just annoying and pointless, and is a very anti-consumer move. I feel like Nintendo is losing out on sales in the long run. For things I'd change, obviously I, and everyone, would prefer a full remake, but I'm just working with what I've got here, leaving the game mostly as is.
So that's going to be it for this video today. I want to thank Fultrex so much for helping with this collab. This collab wouldn't have been possible without him. Go make sure you go subscribe to him. A link to his channel will be in the description, and it will be on a pinned comment in the comments. Let's try to get him to 500 subs, as he's doing a voice reveal then, and if we can get him to 500 subs by then, and we do another collab, we'll get to hear his real voice. Wonder what it sounds like. Let's get him to 500 subs. Thank you all for watching. Remember, if you have any opinions, leave them in the comments. Let's try not to start any fights, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.
Hello everyone. I don't know if you remember me, but I am Christendo. I know I haven't really uploaded recently, and I think there is a good reason for that. First, I wasn't really motivated to upload videos, as online schooling and work are already stressful enough. And yes, I have a job. I work at my local McDonald's. Second, you've probably seen this all over the internet, and if you haven't, then you've been living under a rock. But basically, Nintendo has made some very bad decisions over the few weeks, including shutting down the Big House Online Smash Bros. Melee tournament, since it involved a modded version of the game to play online, as they can't do it in person since there is a pandemic going on right now. Cancelling a Splatoon tournament stream because some team names included free Melee, and demanding the custom etikins can't be sold anymore. But guess what? I'm back. And with 2020 ending very soon, I think now would be an appropriate time to give my review on Nintendo's 2020. To start things off, we started the year off with the reveal of Byleth as Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC, which was definitely underwhelming for the Smash Bros. Community, as we were hoping for a big reveal to end off Fighter Pass 1. But now that I look at it, Byleth is unique enough to be his own character, but at the end of the day, he's still an anime sword fighter. Following the Byleth reveal, we were given Animal Crossing New Horizons in March, right before the shutdown due to COVID. This game has really helped a lot of people through quarantine and was definitely a good game for Nintendo to release this year. Animal Crossing was followed by the first Nintendo Direct Mini for the year, with the announcement of an ARMS character joining the Smash Bros. Ultimate roster, this soon being Minutes. If you've played with Minutes, you know she is a spammer's dream, as she only really has her arm attacks. Interesting character, but not the best DLC. Ever since the release of Animal Crossing, we weren't given any news about first-party Nintendo games up until Nintendo Shadow dropped Paper Mario the Origami King on Twitter. People were hoping this game would be better than the two games prior to it, these being Sticker Star and Color Splash, which Nintendo succeeded. But they still haven't gone back to the formula of the Paper Mario 64 and the Thousand Year Door, which is why people didn't really give this game a chance. After the release of the Origami King, we were left in the dust again, until Nintendo released the first Nintendo Direct Mini Partner Showcase, which I made a video on already, so go check that out. But basically this was a showcase to show off third-party games, and if I were a third-party developer, I would not have wanted to be in these, and the dislike to like ratio shows why. We were given these presentations every month, from July to October. And in between that time, we were given the announcement of Pikmin 3 Deluxe. This right here is Nintendo's first anti-consumer move of the year. Ever since the announcement of Pikmin 3 Deluxe, Pikmin 3 was completely removed from the Wii U eShop, making you have to buy it on Switch to be able to play it. But this was later added back to the eShop, so it makes no sense on why they removed it. The month of September comes around and we still don't have anything to look forward to expect for Pikmin 3 Deluxe, until the Super Mario 35th Anniversary Direct came. You know those rumors that were going around at the beginning of the year? Well, they came true. Kind of in this Direct. The Super Mario 3D All-Stars was revealed, this having Super Mario 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy. What was changed in this All-Stars pack though? Nothing. Well, we were given the Shindao version 64, and inverted controls for 64 and Sunshine. And people were asking where the hell is my Super Mario Galaxy 2, and I agree with them. Why wasn't Galaxy 2 in this pack? It makes no sense to leave out a fourth game when they lazily ported all the other three over, with slight tweaks and graphics increase. But that's not the worst thing. No, it gets way worse. This game is a limited time release. You have until the 31st of March, 2021 to get this game, or else it will be gone forever. Why is this a thing? I don't know, but what I do know is it's completely bullshit. Geez, things got heated there, but let's get back to a positive note. Steve was released in Smash Bros. That's awesome. He's the best DLC character there is. Sakurai put a lot of effort into this character, as he had to go through every stage and make it so Steve can mine material in all of them. This guy's a madman. After Steve came around, we were given Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity, which dates 100 years before the events of Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. I don't know too much about that game, but from what I've heard, it would be good for those people who liked Breath of the Wild. So that's alright. We covered all the games, all DLC. Sure, there were some debatable things Nintendo did this year, but there has to be an explanation. Well, that's it for this one, everyone. I'm Christendo signing off, and did you think I was going to miss the current situations with Nintendo? Because this is one of the main reason why this video was made. To start us off, let's go back a couple weeks. Nintendo told Big House to cease and desist their online Melee tournament. And why? Because it was using a modded version of Melee. This right here is already bad enough. Cancelling a tournament planned for ages to be in person, but because of COVID, they were going to it with Melee Online with a mod. This isn't the only thing though, because just recently, Nintendo was going to have a Splatoon 2 tournament stream. But what happened? It was cancelled because some teams had the phrase free Melee in it. Guess Nintendo wants to hide the damage they've done. But it only gets worse. In 2019, Etika, a former person in the Joy-Con Boys channel, passed away, and in memory of him, the Etikons were made. These have been made for a little over a year now, and it was just now Nintendo demanded they stop making them. So much for supporting your community, Nintendo, especially in the tough times of 2020, you just leave us hanging. Nintendo had to recover from the damage they caused, and how would they do this? A Smash reveal. Apparently, all it takes is an anime sword fighter to fix the huge amount of damage Nintendo's done. One day everyone boycotts Nintendo, and the next, Nintendo is the best company again. The world makes no sense, but it hasn't for a while, so I'm not surprised DLC changed everyone's mind on Nintendo. This portion of the video was a bit of a rant, but these are my genuine opinions on 2020 for Nintendo. So how would I rate it? First 10 months were alright. Couple of controversies in there, but the last 2 were absolutely awful. I don't know if I'll ever gain much respect for the company anytime soon, and I hope they get back on track for 2021, or else that year will be hell for them. If you made it this far into the video, thank you for watching. That's it for this one, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
In 2020, we were given news about Super Mario 3D World coming to the Nintendo Switch, along with another game mode being Bowser's Fury. We knew nothing about this game mode up until January 12, 2021, when Nintendo Shell dropped a 2-minute trailer for Bowser's Fury on Twitter. This trailer answered a lot of questions, like will this be a few levels or an open world experience? And this is what we'll be talking about today. In the description, you can see timestamps of when a certain topic shows up, as we will be starting with new 3D World features and changes and then talking about Bowser's Fury. If you enjoyed this video, it would mean a lot to me if you do subscribe. I want to try to hit 500 subs by the end of 2021 and you can help me achieve this. It's 100% free and you can change your mind at any time. I'm Christendo, and this is everything you need to know about Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. Even though this is a port from the Wii U, there are a few changes in this game that make it perform and feel better for the Switch. To start off, the movement speed for all the characters has been increased. Along with this change, you can also climb higher after obtaining a Super Bell. These changes were made to make the platforming faster and more fun. In the Wii U version of the game, the gamepad was used for certain gimmicks. Now gyro controls are available to be used in a replacement for the Wii U gamepad. This one is a minor one, but the role from Super Mario Odyssey also seems to be a part of the character moveset. This wasn't mentioned on the website at all, but it was seen in the first trailer of the game. A new snapshot mode has been added to the game. Just like Odyssey's snapshot mode, you can pause time and get pictures from different angles and even use stamps you've collected on your journey. If you have a Nintendo Switch Online, you are able to play this game with up to 3 other friends using online play. You can play through the main game and beat it together from the safety of your home, which is good for the current global situation. A lot of new things have been added to Super Mario 3D World, but that's only half of the game. We still have Bowser's Fury to talk about. To start us off, we are given what I assume is the intro cutscene for this adventure on the Japanese website for this game. Enough has been said by me, here's the video. So from this, it seems Mario finds an end that looks like one in Super Mario Sunshine, then falls in some goop and is brought to a place called Lake Lapcat, which is the Kingdom of the Cats. On this lake, Mario is greeted by Bowser Jr. who tells Mario something has happened to Bowser. Mario agrees to help Bowser Jr. either rescue or defeat his father to restore peace upon Lake Lapcat. In the game, your goal is to collect cat shines to unlock a later important power-up. As you are looking for cat shines though, the Fury Sun will slowly rise out of the lake near the island you are on. When the weather starts to change, it's time to get moving, as this means Fury Bowser is on his way. What this beast does is summon meteors from the sky and fire a beam of fire at you, so take cover. Remember those cat shines? When you collect 5 of them on the island, you will be able to obtain the power of the Giga Bell. Using this will transform you into Big Boy Super Saiyan Furry Mario, Giga Cat Mario, and you can use this to defeat Fury Bowser. When you defeat Fury Bowser, new islands will be unlocked. Don't celebrate though, as Fury Bowser will be back soon. In this new adventure, Mario will team up with Bowser Jr., who will aid you in your journey to save Lake Lapcat. Bowser Jr. can be played by a second player locally, so you and a friend will be able to play this together. Along with the Cat Bell, all other power-ups will be able to be used throughout the game, and you can even have Bowser Jr. paint some up for you if you find a power-up spot. I think I have everything we currently know about Bowser's Fury done, but before we end the video, there is one more thing to talk about. With the release of the game, we will be given 2 amiibo, these being Cat Mario and Cat Peach. Cat Mario will give you the Invincibility Cat Suit, and Cat Peach will give you a random item when used. Along with these 2 amiibo, all current amiibo are compatible with this game. The only 2 we do know the use of, however, are the Bowser and Bowser Jr. amiibo. The Bowser amiibo will summon Fury Bowser upon use in Bowser's Fury, and Bowser Jr. will unleash a powerful shockwave to knock out nearby enemies and blocks. To finish off, we know a huge amount about Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. With less than a month left until release, we can expect a couple more trailers to drop over the next couple weeks. When the game does drop, I plan to do a live stream series where we try to 100% the game, so be prepared for this to happen. If you made it this far into the video, I want to thank you for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please subscribe to the channel and help me reach 500 subs by the end of the year. This is Christendo, and I'll see you next time.